try. I feel like I've been trying all freaking night for this thing. Okay, I feel like this one will be better. Yeah, like I don't see any malfunction. I do see that the stream is slower and lower than before. So let me see if I can get the stream to go at my pace. So just give me 1 moment. If you guys already saw the first episode to this, then you know that I actually love this game. By the way, can any of you hear me? Say yes to hear me, yes to no, or no to no. What? I'm trying to see if I can get the output for the streaming. I'm almost there. Almost there. Just that it's slow. I don't want it slow. Is the microphone okay? Is anything okay? Was too loud for me. Okay. Why am I so cold? Eventually I'll figure it out completely, like how you can actually like interact time to time. But for now, it's as good as it's gonna get. I'm sorry I keep looking up. You know what? Let's just get into the game. Because honestly, I'm annoyed. Okay, so last time we were in my mother's office. I did save it. It literally tells me, well, last time I played this, which was in March. So let's just get right to it. My bad. Hey, about back there with Tush. Should I approve? Should I scold her? Or should I compliment her? What do you guys think? What should I do? Should I approve, scold, or compliment? I'm gonna leave these choices to you guys. I don't know why, but I'm leaning more into like complimenting her. But at the same time, I don't know. So I'm gonna give you guys a few more seconds. I know one of you is watching. Alright. Which of the three should I do? Which of the three should I do? You guys are gonna be on my Instagram story, so guys, I am live. So please go make sure to check out the live video. I'm sorry I forgot to upload a video. Just come join. Ayy. I guess I'm gonna approve, but I'll keep it orderly. That was good thinking, but let me know the next time you're planning to threaten my mom's secretary. The fourth? The fourth secretary? Forgot her accent. But do, Grace, I did not think there was time to warn you. As you had little difficulty with any other machines we may encounter. Except the doors. Doors are not what I consider machines. Anything that runs on code I can work with. I have spent all my existence manipulating codes. It is about as difficult as moving building blocks. Now let's go nose around my mother's quarters. If you insist. Honestly, I forgot what her accent looks like. Here we are. My mother's personal rooms, complete with a view. Yeah, so we're just gonna explore. We're gonna go here first. We have this big computer. The personal computer of Roberta Hirose brought with her from Earth. Despite being several years old, the machine still looks new. This shows Hirose's excellent care of the machine. I do not recall seeing this computer in the networks for this room. Other computers on the noosphere are churned and built to take input from AIs. I figured as much. All the processors I was able to access from my server were identical, but how does this relate? This is Hirose's personal computer. She bought it from Earth. So it lacks the standard noosphere security system then. Yeah, it's twice as nasty. I don't even want to touch this thing unless we have a password. Okay, so... Hi! Welcome to the other two people that are watching. Hi, welcome! Welcome to the stream! My first ever stream! Hey! Oh wait, did I miss something over here? No. Okay, so if you guys remember my last video, like whenever it says items 3 at the top, that means that we have to find 3 items. So I'm gonna go, maybe this is an item? A family portrait of Hirose, a young Grace, and Grace's father. Aww. Is that your family? Technically, my mother only half counts. You were cute as a kid. What happened? Don't we all ask each other that question? Ha, funny. Grace starts to put the photo back. Grace, I will look at the back of the photo. Why? I calculated, guess. On the back of the digital photo is a date. November 7, 2143. That's not the date this photo was taken. She's too meticulous to have made a mistake. It must be her password. I cannot believe she actually had it written down somewhere cliche. It doesn't even begin to cover it. Wow, I literally stuttered there. Those numbers appear to correspond with your birth date. At least it's good for something. May, what was your birthday? It was November 7, 2143. A window. An expansive view of the vibrant nebula. Only some of the offices on the noosphere have windows facing out into the galaxy. I cannot speak. The view from up here never gets old. If it's got a bed in it, I suppose even an office can be a room with a view. It already has windows, Grace. Is it not already a room with a view? All this time around humans and no ear for metaphors. My memory banks are far from executive, Grace. Right, hotel metaphors remain the exclusive domain of humans for the foreseeable future. A sizable bed in Hirose's office, a control panel made by the edge of the bed platform allows a user to inflate a memory foam mattresses out of the center of the bed and customize it to their needs. Oh my god, I need that. That sounds awesome. The layout of this room hardly seems standard. I wonder what tipped you off. Well, these sleeping arrangements are placed in a work area for one. That's Hirose for you. Dad and I used to be worried when she wouldn't come home from work. We learned that there's other places she'd rather be, apparently. God dang. So I guess we have to go back to this computer. The computer is still locked for the moment. Alright, I'll just log in, copy her credentials, and then we can leave. Just a second to copy over the files, and we're good. At least her lack of personal stuff means finding the important data is easy. It was nice. It was nice to not have a food hovering over us either. That run-in with Tush was too close, until I took care of it rather handedly, I would say. Okay. Another choice. Dun dun dun. So, for the four of you watching, hi! So, should I comment on her expression, be dismissive, or crack a joke? Which do you guys prefer? Wow, you guys do not like to cooperate. Okay, I have one for comment on her expression. Anybody else have any other suggestions? Going once, going twice, and we are commenting on her expression. Cannot speak. Did you enjoy that? Talking down to Tush like that, I can't help but notice the giant grin on your face. Ada pauses, and she reaches up to touch her face. I did not realize. I was not trying to be cruel, Grace. I didn't say you were cruel. Well, I guess your machine's like picking downwards every once in a while. I'm not familiar with that. How do I even pronounce that? Colloquialis, whatever. Moving on. Chester served my mother for long enough. She does the same thing. Let's get back to my life. We got some work to do before we can use this. Damn, that office was far. Grace inserts her key card into her terminal. It boots up and she runs an update program. There, my key card is not copying Hiros's access protocols. Grace's journal has been updated. Okay, I'm gonna save real quick. I'm gonna check this journal real quick. Personal logs. Holy crap. So today marks a milestone in my career here on the noosphere. The Markov project has been green-lit for about half a century. AIs have been working with us from within the system, and the project will allow them to transfer into android bodies in order to function outside the computer. The added help could improve the performance in the labs here. The development of the androids will begin immediately, and I have been tasked on designing neural networks for them. This design will take time, but if everything runs smoothly, we'll see our first set of AIs walking among us in a matter of months. Alan's the design lead, so I'm not worried. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous. To be honest, it's a little odd to be here on my own and people still treating me like I'm my mother's daughter. I may still be young, oops, but I'm an adult. And everyone needs to understand that. This opportunity could be the highlight of a scientist's career. I cannot afford to be treated like a little girl. Alan and I are going out to celebrate the beginning of my first major project. He seems to believe in my success, and I hope a little of his optimism will rub off on me too. What the heck was that? Okay, so apparently there's a... No, we're not reading those. Nope. Too much. Sorry guys. It's a lot. Ooh, we made it to chapter 2. It shouldn't take too much longer for the credentials to print out onto the card. I'm relieved things went smoothly. I would be misinforming you if I said I was 100% certain my bluff would work. You were bluffing? You're capable of that? Yes and yes. Colossus controls the update schedules for the whole station. He knows the exact state of everything on board. Or so he likes to say. And as a designer of a neural network, I would expect you to understand that it supports a wide range of human behaviors. This includes the ability to deceive. Interesting. That's something I had considered. Am I supposed to explore my own office? Yeah, let's go where the computers are. Bull can do it equals true? What the? An official noosphere poster designed for employee motivation. This image is based on the old Earth, Rosie, and River cultural icon. I mean, at least they tell it. This poster is so cheesy. I detect no trace of Kurt. No, Ada. What I meant was that I don't like how to the point the poster is. Is that not the point? To clearly indicate the purpose of the poster while imparting the significance upon the viewer. I want to keep defining my point, but that was solid. Still, logic is just another day on the job for me. Okay, miss. The diagram shows some of the connections in the human brain mapped organically. The diagram represents a map of a human brain in terms of visible inputs that undergo processing, the hidden portion, and the visible outputs from those inputs. What the fudge did I just read? What the fudge is this? This diagram shows that neurons in the human brain, the inspiration for the neural networks Grace programmed. Okay, so to all my computer lovers and science lovers, this is for y'all. Some lines of Grace codes written in an integrated development environment. Ugh. So, this is what's inside my head. I don't know what just happened there. It's mounted in your chest, actually. What? Yes, you have a lot of processors in your head, but your actual core's in your chest. It's safer that way. Plus, the skill isn't exactly one-to-one with the human brain. Ah, I see. I suppose you might say I think with my heart then. Not a bad try, but you'll still need to work on that humor. She has better humor than I do. Because I'm missing one. Okay, here we go. A semi-haphazardly stacked collection of external hard drives. Grace! What, Ada? What's wrong? Your hard drives, Grace. You cannot keep them like this. Ada starts to pick up Grace's various hard drives. Hey, stop that! Grace stops Ada. What are you doing? These hard drives are just out of here. Instead of being in storage, these are very suboptimal conditions. And what exactly is suboptimal about keeping them where their information is needed? What if something happened to them? The little baby hard drives will be fine. I'm still storing all my notes from the Markov project, so they need to be like that just a little bit longer. Poor Ada. She just got ticked off. Actually, I'm gonna go back because I saw an error that goes this way. Oh, Lord jeez. A red mug with a cartoon robot on the side. The mascot of the popular brand Starbucks Coffee. Starbucks on Earth. Cafe for Starbucks can be found in countries all over. What's your take on this, Ada? The appearance of the robot is compatible with what humans find comfortable. However, the design itself is hardly optimal. How so? This robot does not possess peripheral sensors. And it doesn't have any fingers. Noted. This prototype from an AI's chase's head is missing. It's out of plating, giving it a skull-like appearance. Alan Asimov went through several designs for the AI androids before settling on the ones used for Alpha and Ada. I remember when we finished this prototype, Alan couldn't stop talking about this old film movie. A film? Yeah, back before the second millennium, people used to record movies on physical film. May I inquire what this film was called? I don't remember. I have to ask Alan. I think it was Exterminator. The Terminator. Or something like that. He told me it was about an AI of all things. Terminator. A rogue AI. I guess it was just science fiction back then. But nowadays, something like that will mean something completely different. Guys, I think they were talking about the Terminator. If I had to do another puzzle, I swear. The Conclave locked down any of Grace's computers attached to the central server, trying to ensure that she would stop working. It appears that you have been restricted from continuing your work. Is this because of Alpha? That's exactly what it says. Roberta and the Conclave think they're so great with their higher than thou mentalities. They are effectively your superiors, though. Is that not correct? Would this impact your ability to assist me in uncovering the origin, the destruction of Alpha? Of course not. This is my career on the line, not theirs. If they don't like it, they can go debug my compiler. Grace, you are sure that is an acceptable perspective to have. I'll send them an apology when I decide to care. Damn, she's just like me. Like, I don't care. Okay, let's go here. I had a feeling this photo was gonna be like a framed picture of Grace and her father during the family's most recent vacation. This is your father again, correct? It is. This was from our vacation to the Hawaii Preserve. I wish he was here though. He was always out on projects. Should it not be a positive thing that he has remained protective and employed? Oh, I know that. It's just not having him around to keep Hirosa distracted means she's always got an eye on me. Feel you, girl. I feel you. Look at these. A sprawl of post-it notes that have been attached to the outside of Grace's personal service. Grace stands out among her colleagues as one of the few who still rely on pen and paper notes. Some will say that the disorganized nature of her desk works just effectively as password on a computer. They know. One of Grace's notes, the image seems to be related to her feelings on the conclave stifling her. SRT. Oh my god, my neck just popped. Koda Cosplay, thank you for the comment. I really appreciate that comment. Thanks. The doodle in the... No, a quick state machine for something Grace was working on. The doodle in the corner seems to indicate it did not go as planned. A diagram of an arithmetic logic unit. This particular one can perform 16 functions. There we go. Part of the notes for Grace's work on Ada's neural network. Adding pain receptors prevents actions that will damage the chases and then a robot. This sketch seems somewhat like the mask at the coffee shop on the station. It was likely inspired by a late-night caffeine thing. What is all these? These are all of my research notes for the Makov project, and the occasional doodle. But why? This is such an incredibly archaic form of information storage. Half of these notes are not even labeled or legible. And yet I know what they all mean. Note to self, humans are proud of their ability for abstract data storage. I feel like I'm missing one. I am missing... Guys, this is items 2 out of 3. I am missing one. And oh, the pens. It's a ceramic cup containing several pens. With communication between humans and AIs being so important on the noosphere, not many scientists keep pens around. Most rely entirely on typed text that can easily be delivered and processed by AIs. Are these pens? Why do you use such archaic tools? Hey, sometimes you're writing something down, it's better than putting it on a computer. I agree. Is collecting pens a human's habit? This is the first I have heard of it. I like to think that I'm about as defensive as my pens as the next person. It's normal, I promise. Note to self, humans are territorial about writing implements. And then, boom. Yes, Grease, your facial expression suggests inconsist. Your facial expression suggests inquisitiveness. Okay, another option. Strike up a conversation, comment on Anna's functions, or set the record straight. You decide. Oh my god. Guys, I've been sitting on this chair for so long that I'm already like in pain. Going once, going twice. Oh well. Gotta say, it's pretty validating to see you walking around like this. The past hour has been more than enlightening. Excusez-moi. How so? Is my chassis not performing as this design? It is. It's just a little surreal to actually see it all performing. Just a couple years ago, your body was a sketch on a drawing board. The technical details hadn't even been figured out. And here you are, walking and talking. I would rather like to say it, stay in it too. So let us do our best to find out what happened. Just as soon as this card and printer finishes. We're good to go. Ada, do you know where exactly Alpha is located? Before I transfer to a physical body, I learned that they have not moved him from where his neural network field, which is Viewport 275, which intersects with Corridor 5, 673A. If we take maintenance shaft 79 DG, we should let her finish, help her out, just make her stop. I don't know, which one should I do? Completely forgot. Help her out? Okay. Thank you. Thanks for the support, guys. I'm not trying to be sarcastic, I'm just getting tired. Ada, use. I know there are two of your ports in this mechanic sector. It is the one by the robot maintenance bay. Yes, I was in the process of saying that when you interrupted. Sorry to interrupt. I know how to get there so we can save some time. Follow me. But is your route optimal? Grace? Slow down! I don't know what happened there. Here we are. That must be... Alpha! Ada rushes to the side of the falling AI. Oh no. Is that him? Ada speaks. Her distress is clear, but her face is emotionless. The expression of grief does not come naturally. Ada? Oh my god. Ask her if she's alright, let her mourn, or ignore this distraction. I don't know. I don't want to consider that a distraction. You know what? Maybe I should ask her if she's alright. I mean, it's clear she's not alright. Guys, I wanna cry myself, like, I know how it feels to lose someone, you know? Which one should I do, guys? Ask her? Ada, are you alright? I do not quite know, Grace. I am sad, but I detect levels of anger as well. I've never felt this before. It is different. Running emotional simulations versus experiencing them while inhabiting the hardware is. It is overwhelming. It's called loss, Ada. It's what everyone feels when a friend dies. Why does it hurt? I do not register any stimuli from my chassis. I think there may be a short in the sensors. If you think that pain only comes from the outside, you got a lot to learn, Ada. Ada slowly stands from Alpha's side. The much is evident. I'm sorry, Ada. We'll get to the bottom of this. I know we will. Database entry unlocked. Alpha. Huh? Grace lifts her foot and reaches down. A mains receipt. A receipt that tracks the repairs done on Alpha's Android. It details the parts replaced in the process, the expenses on the parts, and the time spent working. The maintenance receipt is signed by technical Lin Yao. Lin? Of course. Lin? Yeah, Lin Yao. She's a technician on the Markov project. I'll stop by the maintenance when we're done here. I do not think that is possible, Grace. Huh? Technical Lin Yao was placed on administrative leave following Alpha's death. She left the station a few hours ago. That's fine. You can just call her. I'm gonna search the room first. Wow, what a great view. Another window view of the nebula. This time around, one of the many gardens on the noosphere. It was in the past century that the solar system drifted into the depths of the nebula. On Earth, the night sky lights up with a colorful glow in the space clouds. To think that our solar system drifted onto a nebula so unexpectedly satisfies my probability calculator. I'm sorry, what? Improbability is on a cosmic scale, a scale where even the smallest variable can alter the course of galaxies. Oh, you really like space, don't you? I do too. Why would I not? It is the closest thing to existing within a several bank. Is that what? Is that what the inside of a computer looks like? Empty space with points of interest? No. It is so much more than that. So much more than what we can possibly explain with words. Remind me to ask you again when we have time. It is a small comfort, but at least Alpha was able to experience this before he died. Small comforts are still something. I wanna cry. Alpha. What the heck is this? A small picture found by Alpha's hand. Besides the strangeness of where it was found, it is otherwise unremarkable. Guys, but just looking at it, I feel like somebody beat the crap out of Alpha. Sender issue noosphere some drive. Now we got something. A data drive. Please let me see it. Hold on for now. We haven't finished looking around. Let us not get distracted. I can perform multiple operations simultaneously, Grace. Alright. Have it. This drive is heavily encrypted. Without a decryption key, I cannot access it. Right. We'll just have to keep an eye out for a decryption key someone left lying in plain sight. I am beginning to suspect most of your responses have some level of sarcasm to them. I plead the fifth. I think we got everything we can get from the outside. Let's get a closer look. Grace leans over Alpha and finds the access panel on for his head. Do you want to look away, Ada? Why would I? I don't know. Figured you might be squeamish or something. Grace removes the panel off, revealing Alpha's manual access ports. Right, Alpha. Let's see what you got for us. Little son of a... Alright. Loop logic. Level 1. To solve the loop logic puzzles, you need to drag and drop the correct tiles into their slots. The goal is to turn on all the lights. The pipes all feed from the yellow start line. You can place a tile into any gray slot or slot with another if or else tile. This will consume an attempt. You may also move a tile back to its start point without consuming an attempt. Level 1 deals with two types of loop commands, if and else. If can operate by itself. If the condition specified is true, the code within the block will execute in this puzzle. The statement being evaluated is the color on the back of the tile. In this example, the if lets through any neon, that it's green, and since the goal is a green light, the title is correct. An else statement must always be paired with an if. Any condition that does not trigger the if block will trigger the else block. At level 1, we have just two colors. An else paired with a green if will output blue. An else paired with a blue if will output green. In this example, the if lets through any neon that is blue, else means whatever is left goes through, in this case the green neon. The connect node indicates whether an if/else a pair will be. So we're just gonna click finish. I think it's else. Nope. Oh well. Oh. System startup failed. Try again. Yes. I don't know what I'm doing. Dang it! Okay. I think it was if here. Then I believe else. And then if. What am I doing wrong, guys? Shh, I don't get this. Any of you have any idea what's going on? Oh, not. Kasama boss. I'm not getting a lot. I managed to get him to start up, but it's like his whole system got cooked and wiped at the same time. There's corrupt data all over the place. That is unfortunate. Hold on, let me see here. Gray studies the system. There's a basic readout that survived. Functions look normal, but the neural network was using almost double the necessary power. No wonder it burned down. Is that all? Looks like it. I was really hoping to get more. There it goes. I'm going to be starting that up again. Let me take a look. I know Alpha's code intimately. Why would you know that intimately? May be able to pull something even without his internal power system functioning. Please don't die on me. See, I told you. A damaged railing. The impressions resemble a hand. The gas looks similar to the marks on the floor as well. Whoa! He must have been in some real pain if he scratched the railings like this. Shorted wires is one of the worst sensations a machine can feel. How so? Imagine if your veins ignited and your blood went straight to your brain. It is a terrible mix of agony and deliriousness. Jeez, I wouldn't even wish that on Ivan. Ivan? Don't worry about it. What the heck is Ivan? Oh, I thought that was 3. Guess he's 3. I may have more fortune since I am more familiar with his code. Anything will be helpful. Binary matching level. Dun dun dun. To solve the binary matching, you must find all the matches before running out of attempts. Click on a card to turn it over. If the cards are a match, the light will turn green and the card will stay flipped. If the cards are not a match, the light will flash red and the cards will flip back. No. A correct match is made when you pair an integer with its corresponding binary representation. The binary normals will have 4 bits, where each bit is a digit of the binary numbers. Binary numbers are composed of only ones and zeros. Bits come from binary and digit. A 4-bit binary number, each bit can only be a 1 or a 0. Binary numbers are additive. Sum up each digit's values to get the integer it represents. Binary uses a base of 2. Each bit starting from the rightmost bit is an increasing power of 2, starting with 2 to the power of 0. For this level, the left 2 bits will always be 0, so we will ignore them. What? No, absolutely not. Okay, so binary matching, we have 0, 0, 2 and 0, x1 is 0, 1, 1 equals 3. Here is how to evaluate the 2 right bits for this puzzle. For level 1 of the binary matching, we will only pay attention to the first 2 bits, the 2 rightmost bits of the binary numbers. Our integers will be 0, 1, 2, and 3. Pair them with their corresponding binary values to win. Since we only care about the right 2 bits, our formula can be simplified. 2, 1 times x1 plus 2, 0 times x0. Here are the numbers for the x's in the formula binary sum. Thank you, because I have no idea how to pronounce that. I don't know anything about computer science, so I appreciate the comment. It says pronounced binary. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Okay. Nigga, what the fuck? Oops, I just cussed. Dang it! The heck? Guys, I ran out of attempts. Boot error. Does anybody know how to work with this? Okay, so we have 0, 0, 1. No? Okay. I don't get this. I really don't get this. Okay, so 0, 0, 11 is 3. Then 2 would be 0, 0, 1? No. And then 0, 0, 10 is 2. Why didn't they don't make this shit easier? I know I keep cussing, I'm sorry, but I'm just getting annoyed. Like, this is hard. What the heck is 3? I don't... Oh my god, I can't believe I actually did it. It might as well have been trying to convert into hexadecimals for all the success I was having. When even the machine has trouble with binary, you know it's a bad day. I've never seen code this corrupt. I was barely able to access the logs. This is very troubling. What is it? There are several code remnants that are referring to any of the previous known data signatures of Alpha. It is also taking a majority of his memory space. What is the segment of the code doing? I could not tell you. There are several places where they overlap and are threaded together. I could not begin to tell you what he was processing. Well, not what I was hoping for. We were just leaving. Grace is just a cleaving robot. Data entry and log. Mopper. What? Oh, thank goodness. And it's Mopper. I love these guys, they're so cute. Oh, hello, it's like a R2D2, just a flying one. Cute. Yeah, they were one of the first robots my dad showed me how to take apart and fix when I was little. The robots carry my planes across Ada and Grace and settles to on Alpha. Hey, hey! Or BBA, yeah. It's okay, buddy. Oh. I know it's tough, little robot pal. Finding two strangers in a body during our cleaning cycle. Little robot pal. Is that how you refer to cleaning device? Maybe it's a little silly, but this guys remind me of the time I spent with my dad. It's nostalgic. Dude, this is hitting me in the heart. Nostalgic. According to my database, nostalgia is a phenomenon where one experiences joy from memories of the past. That's right. Certain things can remind us humans of memories we're fond of. I'm gonna cry. I see. Grace kneels down. What are you doing, Grace? Okay. Let her know you've got it handled, dismiss her, or ask Anna to help you calm more. You know what? I'm gonna ask Anna to help me calm more. Mother. If you talk to it, I'm sure you'd like it. What do you mean? My dad always talked to machines that we worked on together. What did that improve? Just overall performance from the mapper units that came into the space. They enjoyed it when we conversed with them. The conversation reminds me of the good times my dad and I had. As I approaches the mapper unit, she kneels down and passes it on its head. Do not worry too much, little one. We are here to find out what happened. See? I trust you. It appears that way. Don't worry about it. Tell you what, why don't you go do the rest of your cycle? Come on, Mopper, don't be that way. Mopper unit, we are here to investigate what happened to the Alpha unit. Do you want us to find out so we can make sure a tragedy like this doesn't happen again? Personally, I would hope nothing like this happens to me. Oh. Thank you, Mopper. You should leave before someone sees you with us. The Mopper unit slowly wheels out of the room. Oh, it has wheels. It's R2D2. And the door closes behind. I always enjoy talking to them. More than with some people, honestly. You do seem to have a way with machinery. Perhaps we should try to contact Technician Zhao. Yeah, let's do that. Dial tone rings for several seconds. I hope she picks up quick. Last time I had to call her for work, I had to wait 10 minutes. This seems like a relatively short time. I don't live forever like you. Every minute I spend waiting for this woman to pick up the phone is Hold up. Hello? Lynn! Database entry log unlocked. Lynn Yao. Oh, hello, Grease! Work it around that quickly that I left. Oh my god, I don't know what the funny voice. Again, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I am not trying to offend anybody. Yes, Lynn. I was so worried when I didn't see you at lunch. Where did you get off to? Well, the director told me I should take a short vacation. Called it administrative leave. I'm with my family on Earth. I don't know what I'm doing. That sounds nice. I've been having a crazy day up here. I can imagine. What with Alpha kick in the bucket? Poor thing. Alpha was not just something that happened to expire. Oh my, another one? I'm sorry, dear. It is sad. I don't know why I keep going like this. But at the end of the day, it's not the same as a person dying. Again, I am not trying to offend anybody. I can imagine I say Alpha was really ever like to begin with, even as polite as he was. Hell no. I agree with her, respectfully disagree with her. I'm gonna respectfully disagree with her because she seems nice. With all due respect, Lynn, I can say I see the same way. Do you mean to tell me you think AIs are just like us? Grace, sweetie. Well, no, not really. I mean, there are some things about the AIs that are alien to us. Grace! There are also many things about us that are alien to them. We're different, but that doesn't mean those differences can't be respected. You know? If we're not the same, we should all be treated with equal fairness. Quite a respectable answer. Oh, to be young and full of idealism. Huh? Don't worry, when you become an adult, you see the world in a much more realistic view. I am an adult. Nonsense, you're still just a baby. You see when you're my age. Lady, get the heck out of here. Grace, can we just get what we need from this woman and move on? Working on it. Grace, you really ought to be spending more time with other people your age. It's not healthy to spend all your time with machines. If you like, I could give you my son's number. I think the pair of you... Thanks for the offer, Lynn. But we're on a bit of a tight schedule right now. When you were doing Alpha's maintenance, did you notice anything weird? Weird? I was working on the first AI in an Android body. All of it is a bit strange. Like suspicious, weird, Lynn. What else could I mean? Nothing unusual on my end. I heard that they had a mini... That they may have... I heard that they may... Can you talk? I heard that there may have been something prior to his initial boot up, but Ivan would know more about that. Oh, and that was something he decided to keep to himself? Yes, you know Ivan, he's always cagey. When it came to the boot up, he seemed even more on edge than usual. I think he was just nervous about the experiment too. Keep going. Honestly, I think what Ivan needs is a nice long vacation, or a girlfriend, or both. I swear, he's going to start sprouting grey hair if he keeps up that way he's going. He snapped at me when I was just doing my job. Something came up in late in the inspection and he was all over it. Really? Yeah. He told me he'd handle it, said he didn't want to give such a delicate task on a piano or whatever. Well, I'll tell you what, Lem. I had to keep you from your family. It's good to hear from you. Oh, okay. Bye-bye, Grease. I'll tell my son you said hi. Bye. The call cuts off. Grace journal has been updated. Grease. Let's just go pay Ivan a visit. Chapter 3. And that was a long... Wow. So we've been streaming for an hour, 2 minutes, or actually almost an hour and 3 minutes. So for the two of you who sticked around and watched the stream from the very beginning all the way to the end, I really do appreciate it, and the support gives me confident boost that I can keep doing my videos. So thank you guys so much for sticking around. Just remember, if you guys want a shout out on the next video, please make sure you subscribe to my channel, click on the bell notification. Also leave a comment down below with the hashtag Bytes shoutout so I know who you are. Make sure that you also follow me on Instagram at RosieBytes08 so I can put a face to a friendly name. Also click the like button if you guys want me to do more live streams like this. And I will see you guys on the next stream. Pew pew!